everyone, it's Audie and welcome to my channel Cozy Dragon Crochet. Today I'm going to show you everything I made this week. So, hooray. Let's go get into it. So if you guys saw my last market video, you might have noticed that there was still a lot of holes even after or even before the market. I did sell some, not a lot. It was not a good market, but this next one did really well the last time we did it. It's in a really big mall, so I'm hoping it will also go well. My goal is to have $1,000 in inventory. Right now I'm at about 742, so we're really close. I've got about a week and a half left to prep for it. So let me show you what I got. So in my last market video, I told you guys I was working on the K-pop Demon Hunters, girls, dolls, whatever. I didn't get to finish them all in that video, but I have all three now. I wanted to go ahead and show them to you. So let me show you the first one I made, which some of you guys already kind of saw, which was Rumi. Rumi's done. I sell them for 30 bucks a piece. I honestly would sell them for more if it wasn't for the fact that I don't think they'd sell. But I'm anticipating whoever buys these to buy all three, because it's happened before with Glinda and Elphaba. They didn't sell for a while, and the person who bought them both because they're just a really good pair. If not, it is what it is. But here is Rumi. She was the first one I made. The pattern itself has you glue down pieces. I don't personally like doing that. I feel like it's less secure. So I sewed them down. So that's why the hairs are a little bit more frilly than what they really would be. But here's that one. And then while at that market, I managed to finish Zoe. So Zoe would also be 30. She has a lot more detail. But her pants are cute. I kind of wish the pattern had something a little bit more like for her shirt and like the top part of the pants. I feel like it doesn't transition as well as like Rumi's per se, because Rumi has a belt and like even some belt loops. But oh, there's even like belt loops, but this one doesn't. It's fine. It still looks like Zoe. It's pretty recognizable, especially when they're all together. So those are the two I had last weekend at the market. That didn't do too hot, but while I was home, I decided to work on Mira. So Mira is done. I think she turned out pretty cute. I do like the colors. I used only Hobby Lobby yarn for Zoe and I am blanking right now. Zoe and Rumi. Whereas this one, Hobby Lobby doesn't have a bright pink color that I really thought would work. So I used Premier Parfait Chunky. I forget what this color is called, but it was like a hot pink. So I used it. And then I decided to use some of the lighter teal I had from Hobie, because I'm still trying to get rid of all that. I've made some pretty great progress. I actually need to redo all of these bins eventually. I just don't have time right now. So maybe that'll be a video for another day. But I'll finish them all. I have the trio. So I am so happy about that, because that means I have all three for the mall market, which I'm excited about. It did really, really well last time, so I have really high hopes. Though I had high hopes for this last one too, because it did really well last year. But it's okay. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, moving on to everything I made afterwards. So I started working on some serious market prepping, starting with some of the small stuff that doesn't take very long, just because I'm still in college. I got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to show you those. First things first, I sold 5 out of 6 of the Stardew Valley chickens last time. So I remade them. So I got 2 of the brown ones, 2 of the white ones, and 1 blue one to restock. So I have all those. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite patterns by Crochet by Dill. He has some of the best crochet patterns for Stardew Valley, which I absolutely love that video game. So yeah, I have a lot of these. They sell really well. Most of the time it's not because they're Stardew Valley. Most of the time it's just because they're chickens, which is perfectly fine by me. It's a really easy and quick chicken pattern. It looks a lot cuter, and it's not the typical Mabel chicken or the butterball chicken thing that people tend to make. It's more of a unique shape. So I do like that about them. And then next, every single time I make possums, they sell pretty well, but I thought I was out of yarn for that. I ended up finding some more gray yarn from Hobbii and just decided to blend that with Hobby Lobby yarn bee. So now I have 2 little possums. I've been forgetting to tell you guys how much I charge for things. The Stardew Valley chickens I currently sell for 10. These I'm selling for 8. Next year I'll be raising my prices just because my skill level has gone up. I'm a lot better at what I do now than what I was this year or last year. So I'm finally raising those. So we'll see how that goes. But these are going to be 8. And then I made a little mushy. I technically already have 6 of them and I sell them 2 for 10. But in order to have an even number, which has been driving me crazy not having an even number, I had to make another $6 item. So I made another mushy. Some of them I embroider the faces, some of them I use safety eyes. It just kind of depends on what mood I am in. I've been trying to embroider a little bit more just because a lot of people buy these stuffies for their kids, and safety eyes are not safe for children under the age of 3. So I embroidered the eyes on this one. He's quite chunky. And then speaking of Hobby Lobby yarn bee, I used yarn bee yarn to make a penguin. This guy would be $8 as well. He's quite chunky. I was very oh my gosh, I'm blanking on English today. I've been trying to learn Japanese and I've been losing my English at the same time. It's been great. But I was very I can't think of the word. I was leaning towards making him $10 instead of $8, but he like just barely doesn't make the cut. You know what I mean? It's like just barely not big enough. And next year these are probably more like 12. So next year he'll be 10, but right now he'll just stick with the $8 guys. Which is also, you know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like he fits, but I don't want to add another price point right now. It makes it a lot harder to organize my booth, and I don't want to do that. So just stick him with 8. It'll be fine. And then lastly for this week, I wanted to refill my pickle jar. I've got only 2 pickles in there and it fits 4. So I made 2 more. I used Premier Parfait Chunky for this one. So he's a very bright green. And then I used Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee for this one. And I embroidered his face as well with some brown. I kind of wish I used black, but it's fine. They don't tend to sell well regardless, so I'm not really that worried about it. I just wanted to have a full pickle jar. So there's those 2. I make my pickles different every time, I swear. But it's okay. I use different eyes, different techniques, things like that, just because not everybody likes the same thing. So I try to add a little bit of variety. So that's what I did here. But that is it for this week's makes. I am going to continue to market prep for the next couple weeks. Hoping to take you along with me next week because I'll have a little bit more time at home than I normally do. So, yeah. I'm feeling stressed, but it's fine. I'm going to Rolla, Missouri, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away from here today to go see my fiance in concert. He plays clarinet. So we're gonna go do that today, and on the drive there I'm gonna work on a giant anchor octopus, which went really viral this past year, so I decided to make one. Figured he'd be a good thing to help me stand out, so we're gonna work on him. I got 3 tentacles done so far, so I got 5 more to make, and then his body, and then I can show him to you. So that will be probably included in next week's video, and then I got a couple of custom orders to make. We got this. It'll be fine. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, see you then. Bye.